Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and apparently these videos that I do are some kind of trend, so I've apparently trend hopped onto this thing, completely by accident. Like, I didn't mean to do a trendy thing, and to be honest, it seems like a very weird trend. Like what, people just sitting around in the middle of nowhere just talking to the camera with no jump cuts or anything like that. I know everyone says that about like a new trend, ooh, it's a bit weird that this trend's going on, but like, this just seems like an interesting one because it doesn't seem like the sort of thing that would be a trend. I really don't understand how these videos have formed an audience and how people seem to be reciprocating what I'm saying quite so much. They seem to really take something out of what I'm saying, and like, I'm not a wise person, I'm a fucking idiot. So I don't really totally understand why people are engaging with it the way that they do, but I'm really thankful that they do, and the fact that people has led me to do more. And you know, from doing so many different videos, I've had to like think about new topics, think about new things, and think of ways of expanding on previous points. And it's helped me sort of work out my own thought process for myself, work out my own worldview, and make sense of the world in general, because it's quite hard to do that. I'm going to use the fog as a metaphor because it might feel like there's a load of fog over you around now, but then as time goes on, you figure out more of what the world is, you clear that fog. Obviously I can't clear the fog in real life, but I can clear the fog in my mind, right? So yeah, these videos are some kind of trend. There's a few of them. There's a few channels that do this kind of thing. I've done a video talking about a couple of them, like just shouting out small channels, because I thought that would be a nice little thing to do, I guess. And you know, it's the sort of thing that's just kind of odd, because it made me think, hang on, if this is a trend, that means that at some point the trend will be not trendy anymore and the next thing will be the trend. And I never wanted to be trendy in the first place. So should I just keep doing it and then let myself become irrelevant? Or at some point, will the trend move and I need to move with the trend? I don't quite know, but like, something needs to come of it, because you know, I want to keep doing these videos. I really enjoy doing these videos. I'm not going to stop doing these kind of videos, even if like some new trend comes around. I might give that trend a go. I don't know what the trend would be. I think the last trend was like the skits on YouTube. You know, like you'd have, say, like, maybe it'd be me, and then it'd be me with a wig on, so like me as a woman, right? And like it'd be like, oh, hey baby, do you want to go and get some food? And then the woman me would be like, oh, I can't pick a place to eat. And it'd be like, haha, typical women, they don't know where they want to eat. Unlike us men who always know where we want to eat, please like and subscribe. Like, that was like the last trend. I've kind of taken the piss out of it a little bit. And then this is the current trend, just people yabbering on about things that they're really not equipped to discuss, like what I'm doing. And then whatever the next trend will be kind of interesting. I mean, like, I've been quite worried about people's attention spans as of late, and doing these videos and seeing the engagement and the audience retention that these videos get, which is actually quite high, really made me feel a lot more comforted, because TikTok and like YouTube Shorts and all that feels like it's really wrecking people's minds, and it feels like it's getting in the way and intruding on what the collective experience of entertainment is all about. And it's becoming this thing of just like, oh, haha, have you seen this video? Ding, 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 ding. I'm doing like sound effects in the video, and then there'll be like Subway Surfers on the bottom and all that sort of stuff, and that's a little bit irritating, you know. And that's becoming more and more prevalent, and you know, that's just now. Think about what's going to be the case in 20 years for that kind of material. The same way that CGI looked a bit weird in 1992, but it looks fine in 2012. And you know, but then what ended up happening is we got too comfortable with it, we got too reliant on it, and now CGI doesn't look as good now as it did 10 years ago. And that's not because the technology hasn't improved, it's because we as a community industry have gotten complacent with using CGI rather than what it was before, where it was like, well, this technology isn't that good, so we need to use it sparingly. But now it's like, oh, the technology's fine, so we can use it as much as we want. And that's cool that we have the technology, and at some point we'll get the quality back because the technology will improve so much that we can just be reliant on it in that way. But you know, I feel like trends are interesting because, like, at the moment the trend is this talking sort of thing, but then, and I know the audience for this is probably people that like maybe feel like they think deeper than other people. I'm not saying that to insult you, because you probably already know that you do that. I'm just sort of saying it as like, that's what the core audience is, rather than like like, I don't imagine there's many people that are into, like, you know, like the Andrew Tate sort of stuff, or like, you know, that screamy sort of like reactionary sort of stuff. I don't think people that watch my videos necessarily come from that kind of thing, which I'm kind of glad about. But they're so inherently different, because that's very loud and energetic, and what I do is a lot more sort of almost sedated. You know, I think people watch these sort of videos to maybe make themselves feel a bit more relaxed or comforted, and I really hope people aren't doing it trying to, like, you know, because they haven't got any friends or whatever, because, like, if you're doing that, like, I can't be your friend, really. Like, you already know, like, about parasocial relationships because you use the internet, and that's been a buzzword over the past couple of years. And it's a buzzword that is really important, and I think it's actually a really good buzzword that's taken off, because I think it's made people a lot more aware about how predatory the practice of a YouTuber or creator almost manipulating their audience into doing certain things can be. Like, you know, we've got so many different examples of that. Like, I'm just trying to think of a good one. I think in terms of changing the entire modicum of culture has been a goal almost of some YouTubers, and I think they have succeeded in that. Like, I think Andrew Tate's a good example, because I fucking hate him, but he's everywhere and I can't escape him. And when I go on my phone, he appears on my phone, and like, and that all happened over a few months. And like, the followers and the fans were spreading his bloody idiotic message all over the place, and you couldn't move for it. And that, as a result, got the people that didn't really mind to latch on. And now, as a result, not just of him, but of like the whole kind of reactionary alt-right kind of thing that kind of came before that, you know, we've started to see a regression in like cultural, social issues because of these YouTubers. And obviously their wishes are then like reflected in the audience, because the audience attaches to them, and like, these people get really successful. So the fact that they're so successful means that their message is resonating with people, and the fact that their message is resonating with so many people means that politicians then use these audiences for like voter bait, essentially, to then go and push their own idiotic, disgusting practices forward, like banning abortion and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I shouldn't really, you know, normally these videos try and be more neutral and don't like just randomly discuss like dark shit like that. But like, this is the thing though, is I feel like it's important to just be yourself and not be someone that isn't you, right? Because that's why these videos, I think, have taken off, because I am basically just talking the way that I would talk to normal people. Obviously, I'm being a bit more presentary about it, but these are my real thoughts, my real opinions, and they're opinions that have been formed based on conversations I've had with my friends and family that have led me to consider a point and then figure out how to verbalize it and then do this. Like, I don't do a script or anything like that. I've got my phone in front of me now, but it's kind of just to see how long the video is going to be, because like, if it ends up getting too long, I'll sort of go, right, let's wrap it up. But I noticed that a lot of people are appreciating what I'm doing, and like, I get a lot of really, really pleasant comments, and I feel bad for not responding to all of them. Like, but at the same time, I can't really respond to all of them. Like, I got about 200 while I was asleep. I would still be there responding to all of them. I mean, I'm sure I could copy paste, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, but like, at that point, you don't really want that. Like, say if I wrote to someone and I really put my passion into it because like, I like them, right? And they just said, thank you. I wouldn't like that. I've done it a couple times and it's felt a little bit grim, you know? So yeah, but then on terms of the trend thing, I don't want this to be a trend that I just follow, ride or die. And I don't want to just be the guy that does just these videos, right? If this stops working, if people stop like caring about this stuff, I'm going to experiment with new forms and ideas. And the same way that like Joel Haver, he didn't just do the animation thing, right? I don't want to just do this. I'm meant to be making a film, right? Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. That's not this. This series isn't called Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. The film is called Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and it's about a wannabe rock star who pretends like he's playing at Glastonbury when actually he's just playing at random open mics, right? In like Chesterfield or some bloody place that no one's ever heard of. So what I want to do is start making that film properly. So I might figure out some way of getting some of these videos and keep doing the videos and stuff like that because I really enjoy them and I want, you know, this audience to continue to grow, and I want to find more topics to discuss, and I want to raise more discussion because there's some really fun discussion going on in the comments, which helps me to figure out where I'm right and wrong on certain points and helps me to figure out various things. Like, it almost is a parasocial relationship, and for now that's a wholesome parasocial relationship, but the more this channel grows, the less wholesome that's going to become, and the more of a problem it's going to become. And I feel like I shouldn't really just like admit that. I probably shouldn't have admitted half the things in this video, and I also shouldn't be doing this meta thing of like, ooh, I shouldn't be doing this. That means that I'm like some kind of, you know, cutting edge kind of guy, you know, who does things that no one else would dare do, which is the impression that doing that sort of thing does. And I don't like all these forms of manipulation that people do. It's the same way that people will go like, oh, 93% of you aren't subscribed, so please can you hit the YouTube subscribe button and hit the bell notifications. It's like, it's just that, but it's more subconscious and almost insidious as a result of that. But sometimes I find myself just doing it by accident. So I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten to the point now, because this channel is nearly at 10,000 subscribers, so I'm starting to understand why various YouTubers do what they do. And I've kind of realized that they're real people. Like, you look at them and like, you know, you obviously know that they're a real person, but you don't recognize like what they do when they turn the camera off. Like, obviously I don't know what Captain Sparkles does when he turns the camera off. Like, maybe he goes and makes himself a peanut butter and jam sandwich, or maybe he goes down to the bar and gets pissed. I don't know. That wasn't like an accusation, by the way. Also, sorry if I like said something mean about him there, because I don't actually know fucking anything about him. He was just the first YouTuber that came to mind, because I used to really like him when I was like 12. Because when he did the Minecraft videos, like, now I think he does like more reaction stuff. But anyway, yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video because like it's very difficult to figure out why I'm doing this, because like at the moment, it's very easy to turn it into autopilot and just like pump videos after videos out. And it's very important, like if you're working on content stuff at the moment, films and things like that, you might have written a list of various videos you need to make and side bits of content. Don't do that. Just make each thing as it goes, because you can't do things that way. You can't factorize it because the audience can tell. And I think I notice like when they respond to a certain video that I've done as if like, yeah, you're just shitting one out here, to like pack it in and give us something that we actually want. That's why like it's important to just like, sometimes I go out and film like 6 of these videos and it feels like a factory churning stuff out. Sometimes I go and I film 1 or 2, and those 1 or 2 are really down from the heart, but they don't necessarily do super well on the algorithm. Sometimes one that is just like a load of crap that I've churned out does do really well on the algorithm, and people can't tell the difference between what I consider a good video and what I consider a bad video, because, you know, the death of the artist is real. What I think of these things matters not, right? What you think about these things does. What your friends think about them do. Do they think, oh, he's that guy that likes those bloody Johnny Mozza videos, or that bloody tool twat that talks into a microphone about nothing? You know, or maybe there's someone else who really likes it and sees like some kind of philosophy in it. Like, I've gotten into Dream Theater lately. I, for the longest time, saw nothing in Dream Theater. I didn't understand why anyone would like it, but now it's clicked for me and I get why people like it. Maybe it's the same with these videos. Maybe people have clicked with it somewhat in some capacity, and I don't necessarily understand why or how. And maybe the act of trying to harness that in and of itself is some form of selling out and manipulation. I don't know. But then talking about it all doesn't necessarily immediately rectify that and make it all wholesome again either. Like, it's ever since it got monetized, this channel got monetized, now there's money behind it, right? Now I'm just another one of those fucking like people out there that does things for money. I noticed actually, I did a video about advertising, and what was weird is I started talking about Prime, Amazon Prime, and how it's like a really good product or whatever, and yeah, it's all right. But then I realized, hang on, I've got an Amazon affiliate link in the bottom of this. Isn't that the most sellout thing ever? Like, that's fucking foul, right? And like, if I saw that from another YouTuber, I'd be like, ugh, fuck's sake. So I am now my own worst enemy in a way, but like, I need the Amazon affiliate link there, because if I make a sale on that, that's like a tidy £2.50. So say if you times that by 100, like, that's pretty good. Say if it's even £2.50 per day, if I manage to increase the channel to that kind of capacity, that's my bus fare to and from work sorted, you know? like, I don't think about things in like a big, like lofty sense. I'm not materialistic, but I do just want to make a nice like amount for, just to have like even like a, you know, 3-bedroom flat for me and my girlfriend. That'd be nice. That's all I want really. That and like a, I don't know, a Toyota Prius Max. I don't want some like fancy car. I never understood the point of wanting a Lamborghini or anything like that. And I know like I'm getting above my station here, like saying, oh, you know, but I don't know. It's something that I've had to kind of grapple with, the idea of like, what if I become my own worst enemy? What if like all the other YouTubers that started off so sweet and innocent and then became dickheads, what if that same fate comes to me? Because all of those people weren't stupid. They were intelligent people, and they still are intelligent people. They know what they're doing, which means that their acts of selling out means that they are bad people inherently. What if I do the same thing? And then people in the comments will go, oh, you would never do that. But then, fuck, you'd all have egg on your face if I sold out, wouldn't you? Like, I don't quite know. But I do find it interesting to discuss these things because I want to keep an open relationship between me and you, the audience. As in, I want you to understand what this operation is, kind of how it works, and that way you can judge for yourself whether an act that I do is selling out or not. And if I do start selling out, I want to be called out on it, please, because like, you know, I haven't been offered any sponsorships yet, but I'm not against the idea of taking sponsorships. Like, imagine at the end of this video was sponsored by grass. Don't you all want, and I have to do it in like, don't you all like to eat grass? This bit of grass has some purple on the end. I think a vegetable was growing out of this. It could have been an onion. Someone was eating an onion and sat on this thing, and then they threw it away, littering. So, get your grass now, 50% off at the garden centre, right? Imagine every video had to end like that. Wouldn't you, like, you skip them anyway. And there's this add-on that I've got on Chrome, I can't remember what it's called, but basically it makes it so that the community of YouTube viewers can like select when a sponsorship is, and it will just automatically skip it when it gets to that point. It can be a little bit jarring actually. I think it should come up with like a skip this sponsorship button, the same way that you've got to skip this ad button, which at the same time, I don't actually understand why they've got the skip ad button. I've noticed what they've done recently is instead of having like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown, now they have like a yellow bar that leads you to the countdown. I think they're doing that so that they can make the countdown bigger. So now it doesn't show 5 seconds, now it could be like 12 seconds or 8 seconds for skipping the ad, and that will only increase with time as they slowly nickel and dime you, you know? So I don't know, this video is a bit all over the place, and I do apologize for that. And I know it's sort of, maybe it's a little bit like, I don't know, just someone that's talking about issues that don't really exist, that aren't relatable to you. But you know, like if you're a video guy or a creative, this same thing could happen to you. You might do something that just blows up on the algorithm, and then find yourself like trying to keep that momentum going and grappling with how you're going to make that happen. And I don't know, there's a few subscribers of mine that have like 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers. I'd like to hear from all of you about how you managed to grapple with this and managed to stay humble, while so many people would say like you're an inspiration. Like that's another, like I get so many comments about that, and it's hard for me to try and like wrestle with that and try and figure out how to be a humble person still, because that's what they want. And the fact that I'm getting so many comments saying I'm an inspiration makes me like not big-headed, but it gives me an ego boost. And what if I become dependent on the ego boost? What if like this channel only lasts another 2 months, you know, and then I'm back down to nothing? Would I like crash and burn like mentally because of that? Because I've gotten so accustomed to the praise? I don't know. I really don't know. And they're all, I know it's all a little bit like, I don't know, guy with a Lamborghini complains about the petrol or price or some shit like that. I don't know. You kind of get my point. Like, it's not relatable to you, what I'm discussing here. But I feel like it is an insight into what all your favorite YouTubers kind of think about. And as they get bigger, there'll be more issues to wrestle with. And as I get bigger, if I get to say 1 million subscribers, I'd love to do like a video about this same topic from that perspective, because I feel like there's not enough discussion on the lives. And I'm not saying it for a pity party or anything like that. Don't feel sorry for these guys with like all these subscribers, because they're monetizing you fucks for like every penny you're worth, with the advertising, with the sponsorship deals, with the Patreons, with the I don't know, the donation box with their products and merch drops and shit that they do, all this various stuff. Like, it's, you know, they're not innocent or anything like that. They don't deserve your sympathy. But I do think it's interesting to at least understand what's going on so that you can be more intelligent with regards to how you consume media. So yeah, I think that's going to be the video. Thank you very much for watching this one and listen to me basically talk about how, like, you know, my first world problems really, well, like my 0th world problems at this point. Yeah, so thank you for listening to that. Hope you have a good rest of the day. And I hope you do blow up on the algorithm, because I'm like just a normal guy. Like, I know every YouTuber probably says that, but like, I'm not like anything special, you know? I don't have like friends in high places. I have a friend who has who when I met him had 7,000 subscribers, and I had another friend who when I met him had 60 subscribers. But then he got big. He didn't get big, but he got like 2 videos that cracked 1 million views, and then he got to like 17,000 subscribers. He's one of my best. They're both actually some of my best mates. But like, they're not like big YouTubers. They don't make like insane levels of money off it or anything. They're not like driving around in like Porsche 911s or anything like that. Yeah, so that's the point I'm making. I'm not like from some like high lofty place. But you know, I don't know. I don't really know. But thank you very much for watching this video. I know it kind of pitted out, whatever the phrase is. Sorry about the constant patting. There's a game of tennis going on over there. I'll rotate the video so you can see. Hang on, let me show you. And we can close out the video with this. Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Bye. Bye.